Donald Trump is now visibly panicking about not only the existing arrests that already took place, but about possible forthcoming arrests. And he has declared that Joe Biden is guilty in another one of these sick orange swollen videos with the bizarre lighting. In this clip, Donald Trump attacks the special prosecutor Jack Smith as a lunatic and says that Biden is guilty. Not exactly law and order, is it? To say someone who hasn't even been in charged, or there's no evidence that Biden's guilty of anything. He's guilty.
Trump-hating prosecutor Jack Smith, a lunatic, should go get Biden for what he did. He's very guilty.
Very. Biden is not just guilty. He's very, very guilty. And this is, of course, another example of what I spoke to you about on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? The abandonment of their own stated principles by Republicans. We're about law and order and due process. Are you, though? Because you want the January 6th rioters to get special treatment. You want Hillary and you want Biden and you want Obama locked up, even though they haven't even been charged with any crimes. And you're now declaring people guilty, of course, without ever explaining what crimes you even think they committed. When people ask Trump, what is Obamagate anyway? He says, you know what it is. It's the biggest political crime of the century. Oh, yeah, but like what laws were violated? No, that's fake news. That question is fake news. This entire thing continuing with Donald Trump going through his typical grievances, including that every investigation of him is a scam.
80% of the public think that your former president, Donald J. Trump, me, is being treated very unfairly for political reasons and due to the fact that he is leading in all of the polls.
I love this third person stuff. Trump, is leading.
80% of the people agree with that. I say these prosecutorial scams and hoaxes are all about election interference, and Republican leadership must get tough and must be smart, or we're not going to have a country left.
Yep. There will be no country left if Trump is held accountable for the things he allegedly did. Trump furious, I guess now with Republicans who don't like him, are continuing to be furious. He actually tells people, if you turn on the TV, even if you're watching Fox News, if you see Karl Rove there or Bill Barr or Paul Ryan, you got to turn that TV off.
You see rhinos, Karl Rove, Bill Barr, or Paul Ryan on your television screen, just turn to a different station or turn it off. Turn off that set as fast as you can. You're frankly better off watching Democrats. They are the worst.
Yep. So this is basically, I don't want you to hear any of the things that some Republicans are saying about me, because not every Republican likes me. So just turn the TV off, kind of treating his followers like little children. Just don't even let them watch it. Don't let them think for themselves. Trump then going back to his obsession about Chinese restaurants and Chinatown when it comes to documents.
When will they be looking at the Biden documents, many of which were brought in from Chinatown and then sent to Boston? Is this why China paid him and Hunter millions and millions of dollars?
Now, many of you are wondering, what the hell is Trump talking about Chinatown? Trump seized on some story whose details I previously researched and sort of escape me now, where there was a period during which NARA, the National Archives, was temporarily storing some documents, I believe for a presidential library, in a building that previously housed a laundry and also a Chinese restaurant, if I recall correctly. And now it's about Chinatown, and it's just insanity that this is still something Trump is focusing on. And then, of course, lastly, this is a common way that Trump wraps speeches, declaring himself the most honest person ever. Anywhere, not just among American presidents, but just anywhere.
After 8 years of various politically motivated investigations, hoaxes, scams, and witch hunts, this must make me the most honest and honorable man anywhere in the world.
Must.
Nobody in history has ever been through the scrutiny that I have. We're going to make America great again. We are going to get rid of these lunatics.
There you go. Well, I am all for getting rid of lunatics. That is absolutely the case. So what is causing Trump to be triggered in this way? It's actually not completely clear. So let's go through it. If you look at polling, The polling is like not great for Trump in the general, but it's very good in the primary. We look at recent general election polls. We've got a YouGov Economist poll, a B plus rated poll, which was released 2 days ago. Biden versus Trump. This one has Trump up 1 among registered voters, and it has Trump up 4 among what is the, I actually don't remember what the A stands for. Is this all voters? Well, registered? I'm not sure what that is. A. Okay. There is an earlier YouGov poll sponsored by Yahoo News, which has Trump up 2 over Joe Biden, but with only something like 70% of respondents choosing one or the other. Biden versus Trump in a morning consult poll, it's Biden plus 3. Okay, so like it's roughly even with Biden, you could say. If you then look at Republican primary polls, Trump is just crushing. I mean, again, as I said before, unless something really changes, unless DeSantis enters this race with some kind of blockbuster and something terrible happens to Donald Trump, I don't see how DeSantis is going to be the guy to beat him. In a new YouGov poll, Trump is ahead of DeSantis by 22. In a Yahoo News YouGov poll, Trump is ahead of DeSantis by 24. University of New Hampshire poll for the New Hampshire primary, Trump leads by 20. It's really very strong for Donald Trump. So is the polling the reason that Trump is flipping out? Doesn't seem to be. Is it that Donald Trump is catching wind that actually being under indictment in New York already and potentially more forthcoming indictments are really going to get in the way of him being able to run the campaign he wants to run it when he wants to do more rallies and the entire thing? That could be. And in fact, there have been rumors that by the end of this month, April, although at this point it's not clear it's going to happen, there were rumors that Trump's second arrest was going to take place in the last week of April. Maybe Trump has caught wind of that. It's not really clear. And then thirdly, is there something going on in terms of fundraising and big donors where Trump is quietly hearing that there are big donors he would like to have in his corner who are going to either wait or go DeSantis or someone else? It's a total hypothetical. And again, we are not seeing evidence of that. In fact, at the top of the show today, I told you about the reality that many DeSantis would-be mega donors are furious with him and saying, what the hell is he doing leaving Florida when there's flooding and gas lines? I'm not going to donate to DeSantis. So that also doesn't seem to be the reason that Trump would be so triggered. We don't actually know the answer. And I think one of the things we have to come to terms with is that with Donald Trump, there is often no obvious explanation for his erratic behavior. After the break, I am briefly going to talk to you about a more specific sort of kerfuffle that came out of this video, which is Trump's much more direct focus on Ron DeSantis, which has a lot of interesting things underlying it. We'll get to that after the break. If you or one of your parents is starting to lose your hearing, you're not alone. About 48 million Americans have hearing loss, and only 1 in 5 people who would benefit from using a hearing aid are actually using one. Our sponsors, MD Hearing, create FDA-registered, rechargeable hearing aids that cost a fraction of what you typically pay. For example, MD Hearing's new Neo model costs less than 10% of what those marked up hearing aids are being sold for at most hearing clinics. And the Neo is MD Hearing's smallest hearing aid ever. No one will even know that it's there. I have a close family friend who uses MD Hearing and loves it. She said it performs better than any hearing aid that she's used, and it's far less noticeable. MD Hearing even offers a 45-day risk-free trial with a 100% money-back guarantee. So you can buy with confidence, and they have a special deal for my audience. When you buy a pair of hearing aids, you'll get them for just $149.99 each, plus they'll include a free extra charging case. Go to mdhearing.com and use the code PACMAN. The link is down below.